Hey everyone, I'm here with my good friend, the man with the briefcase himself, Asif. How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
Doing good.
Good, great. We just got out of the Sony press conference, so just tell me your general thoughts about what we just saw.
The Sony press conference had a lot of software. There was free software, there was indie software, there was exclusive software, and they were doing this thing where it was first on our console. Did you notice that? There was a lot of, this beta will be first on our console, this will be first on our console, and so on. So I think they were really just stressing software at this event, and they barely even mentioned the Morpheus.
Yeah, I really want to see more of what the Morpheus is going to give us. But you've been to the Microsoft event as well. Can you compare the Microsoft conference to this conference?
I feel that Sony had a slightly better conference, but Microsoft showed off some really great software. I mean, Crackdown looks great. Once again, they're giving us another anthology of Halo, and people can't get enough Halo, I guess. And, there was Forza looked great. There was a couple of examples. The Call of Duty trailer looked amazing at the Microsoft event. It made me think, maybe Xbox One and PS4 aren't that different. But really, no, I was underwhelmed by the Microsoft event, honestly.
Were you actually impressed by the Sony? Like, it was an impressive conference, but did you leave going like, wow, yes, Sony?
I left thinking that everything I felt last year at E3 when they dominated the press conferences, I felt that they kind of continued that momentum, but they didn't like completely wow us. Like they left us with Uncharted 4, which is great and it looks amazing, but it's not coming out until 2015. And there was a lot of games that weren't coming out until 2015, and there was a lot of other games where it's going to be on multiple platforms. So it was tough to say that I was wowed. Like I feel like they're in a very good position, but I'm not. I think that both companies left the door open for Nintendo tomorrow to do something really cool.
I was about to say, now that both Microsoft and Sony have showed their hands, do you think now Nintendo is just going to go in and just sweep this whole conference up?
Probably not, because they have a history of really disappointing me, and and a lot of Nintendo fans lately. So we have very high expectations as Nintendo fans, I think. So it's like we want Star Fox, I want F-Zero. There's like a lot of games that we want to come out for the Wii U, but I feel like they just have a problem with not having enough development teams to make quality games. They have a very high standard of quality, and they have trouble releasing a ton of quality games at once. And since third-party support has really suffered this year, I feel like the bar is very low for Nintendo, so there's entirely a possibility that they will surprise and delight us, but at the same time, I've grown to not expect anything. So.
Okay, that's a good mentality to have. Just go with very low expectations. You'll always be impressed.
Yeah, if you set the bar very low for these press conferences, you're going to leave relatively happy. You're not gonna, but last year when I woke up early and I went to that Nintendo event in the booth, and Miyamoto's sitting there shaking his head. The one more thing that they had was the Wii Fit Girl would be a playable character in Smash. And I was like, we were all expecting HD Zelda or something, so hopefully we get that, what we were expecting last year for the one more thing this year, and then maybe one other thing. So, but yeah, I think that the Wii U is actually going to gain some momentum. I think Kart is really surprising people, and Smash, I think, has a huge chance of dominating the show, and no one's really talking about that right now. But
I guess we're going to wait and find out tomorrow. I have a couple quick questions before you go. We have to know, as a shacker myself and part of the chatty community, I need to know what is in the briefcase that you withhold for so long.
Well, I carry a series of ham sandwiches that I use in negotiations, and there was a mention on, I think, Twitch during our first stream on Shack that we acquired shacknews.com for a ham sandwich. So I have one less ham sandwich that I did this time last year in the briefcase. There may be some other things that I'll reveal later.
Fantastic. Asif, thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much, and check us out for more coverage of E3.